Hello there, welcome back. Thanks for being here. So in our previous lecture, we have understood various browser navigation functions. We have applied back, forward, and full screen, maximize, minimize, and reload and refresh. So we understood the behavior of each method. So rather clicking on the web elements, rather going by the locators, we were just using those browser functions to help us navigating to the recent past page and the recent page that we have been to. And now in this lecture I have something interesting for you, which is alerts. So we all know that alerts are something that we often come across when we are dealing with a web page. So when you are browsing, at times a prioritized pop-up would be coming and where you lose access to your web page because the focus is completely gained by the alert. So you must attend the alert in order to come back and resume your operations, without which you cannot actually interact with your web application at all. So this is basically a JavaScript event that is triggered, and alerts are not handled by the locators itself, because you do not have a locator where you can catch a locator by the HTML element, because this is something coming from the JavaScript. So you have a defined methods to attend alerts. So you have to use the JavaScript code, and like we do in the Selenium, so same concept is being applied here as well in Karate, but the method is different, and let's understand like how many arguments it takes and how to handle each type of an alert. So coming back to the theoretical concept of what alert is, so alert is something, a prioritized a prompt box is displayed on the web page on a certain action, just to give some information to the user or just to throw a warning. It could be anything. So based on the behavior and based on the types, alerts have been classified into three different types. One is simple dialog alert, or a confirmation alert, and the prompt alert. So let's understand each one of them. So simple dialog is a simple alert. As you can see in my screen, you can only accept this alert by clicking on the OK button. And the other possible action you can do is just get the text out of it and then verify whether it is matching with the one that you're observing in front of your screen. So in this case, I'm an alert box is a text that present. So I need to grab that and just put an assertion just to see whether the text can be read or not. So these are the two possible actions that you can do it on a simple dialog. So next one is confirmation dialog or confirmation alert. So as you can see in my screen, you have couple of buttons. You have OK and cancel. So which means you can either accept or you can dismiss the alert, but attending an alert is must, without which the focus cannot be given back to the web page. And the possible operations that you can do here is you can either get the text and accept or cancel. I'm extremely sorry guys, you cannot do a send keys operation. So this is a typo. I'll have to correct this one. So my apologies for that. And you can either dismiss or you can either accept. So how do you confirm? So when I'm just attending the alert and giving a click, how do you confirm whether I have accepted or whether I have cancelled? Because both operations ultimately take the alert off of the web page. How do you confirm? So you can also see there is an acknowledgement web message on the web page saying that you pressed cancel or you pressed OK. So what we do, we just do a respective operation and then we come back and verify this particular text. Then we know that we have performed the respective operation. And the prompt alert. So prompt alert, as you can see, you have a text box as well where you can supply some keys, where you can send keys, send some text and then observe that as a return message. And it is a little extension of a confirmation message, and other than that it is pretty much same. You have both OK and cancel button. You can accept and dismiss. So again, it looks like I have just shuffled between prompt and confirmation alert. Please do not get confused. So prompt alert will facilitate you with send keys operation where you can enter the keys because you are actually seeing a text box present. But confirmation alert has no ability. You can only read the text whatever is present and you can either accept or cancel. Okay, so this is all about alert. Now let's just get into the documentation portion of it and see how what methods are present to just handle an alert. So from the documentation, so we have a method called dialog, so which is helping us to attend an alert. So if you look at the dialog method, so we have two overloaded methods. So the first method can take a single boolean argument. So based on the boolean value, it does the according operation. If at all you supply the value true, it just treats it as accept. If at all you pass the value false, it just treats this to be a dismiss. And on the other hand, in order to handle the prompt alerts, you can also send some string parameter. So that can be entered as a send keys, and then you can retrieve that, and you can also put a session over there. So this is the process. This is the way that you get text out of an alert. So the match is a keyword which will help you to do an assertion matching operation. So driver.dialog is a keyword that you use to basically match your alert text with. So let's get into the Eclipse IDE and quickly create a feature file and start working on it. So I would be creating a new feature file, and I would name this as alerts.feature. So in this feature, I would name this as to demonstrate various alerts, and the scenario would be to handle alert boxes. Let's keep it very simple. So you know that the script should start with configuring the driver. So configure driver equals to type Chrome driver. So the reason that I'm passing these values in a in a curly braces, because this can take a capabilities as arguments, wherein you can supply multiple parameters. So configure driver is the keyword for it, and then I would pass driver. So let me pass the URL. So I'm just taking this particular website, which is demoautomationtesting.in. So I have some alerts, example alerts for us to play with. So let me consider this URL and let me copy it here. So after navigating to the size, let's maximize the window. So after maximizing this thing, so let's just understand the behavior manually. So the moment you land onto this alert page, so you can see there are three options: alert with OK, alert with OK and cancel, and alert with text box. So these are the three different examples for three different types of alerts we have been seeing. Let's work with alert with OK. So since we are already on this particular page, all I need to do is that just click this button and observe this particular alert present. So since it is a simple dialog, so I would do two operations. I would just get the text and see whether it is matching with this value or not, and I would just accept, because I cannot dismiss this particular alert. So I'll have to just grab XPath of it. So let me just take XPath, write XPath for it, so that I can very well click on this button to observe the pop-up. Looks like there is some network problem. I think my DOM is not loading. Yeah, it has come. Let me inspect this, and so I would write this as I would choose an XPath. So it is in div tag, and what we've selected is ID. So @ID equals to OK tab. So from there I need to just navigate to the button. So now you see, so I was able to identify the right button, and you can see the 1 out of 1 match. So the reason that I have not written for button, because I don't have a straight attribute to just identify that element. So I had to select its parent and then come back to it. So then I would just come here and do a click on it and then pass the value. So after I pass the value, so what I do, I'll just put a delay of 2 seconds just to make sure that the operation went well, and then I'll have to just get the text out of it and make sure this particular text is equals to this one what we are seeing on the web page. So and match, as we have seen in the documentation, driver dot dialog equals to this value. Yeah, and finally I would just basically just apply a dialog method. So as I told, dialog takes a boolean value as a parameter. So since we have only accept OK button, I'll have to pass the value true. There is no other go. And let me just put some more delay just to make sure that this operation also went well, because the browser closed very soon by the time we realize that all these things have happened. So if at all the text is wrong, so my test case have to fail here. On the other hand, if I cannot be able to attend the alert, so my test script should fail. So let's just quickly right click and run as Cucumber feature file. So now it should launch the browser and navigate to the application, and post which it should maximize the window and click on the button to display, and then click on OK, and the browser has been closed because there is a delay applied for 2 different times. That is the reason we have been seeing that. And let me just go there and verify the report. I think there is some problem with the connection manager. Let me rerun this. It is a technical thing. I'm not sure if it is a really bug with the Karate. So there is no issue with the script itself, so technically we are good. So all I need to observe is that just to show the report, because we have been doing all operations very successfully. So now you can see that now without issues you can see the test case got passed. And let's observe the report. If I just go a little bit towards up, you can see the report here as here. So it basically comes in the project path. So let me just go to the browser and open this particular HTML report. So you can see that all are green, so which means we were able to do all the operations. So now I would like to do a little different this time. So I wanted to after attending this alert, now I wanted to click on this OK and cancel button, and then click on this button. Now you can see the alert that is displayed is confirmation alert, because I have both OK and cancel. So what I would do, I would just, since we have already seen OK operation, I would just click on cancel, and the moment I cancel this particular prompt, you can see a message, you pressed cancel. So I'll just verify this particular text whether it's a cancel, so that we know the operation that was performed is cancel. Yeah, so in order to do this thing, so let me just click here. So I'll have to get the XPath of it. So let me just take this value. So I'll have to write a text-based XPath. So it is an anchor tag, and since it is a text-based, I'll write a text function, and then I'll just paste the value in a single quotes. I think equals to is missing. That is the reason I couldn't identify the element yet. Yeah, there you go. So now I'm able to identify this button after a delay. So I would just do a click operation on it, on that element, and after that I'll be getting this particular button. So I'll have to capture the locator for this value. So again, let me just go by the text function, because it looks pretty easy. So just let me go here and copy this thing, but this time it is enclosed in button tag, it's not anchor. So button, and I think still we have some problem. It is in button tag, and the text is the function. And let me just erase the whole thing and just copy it again. Yeah, we were able to identify that. I think before there were a couple of spaces at the end. So again, I'll have to do one more click operation just to help myself clicking on that button. And after clicking on this button, I'll be getting this particular dialog. So initially, let's just quickly grab the text and put an assertion. So driver dot dialog, equals to this value. So now we know. So just let me put a comment saying that from here confirmation dialog. So this is a script for confirmation, because since I've been adding so many lines, the script becomes more heavy. So also let me just maximize this one so that you will have a better visibility. And we have got that, and now all I wanted to do is that apply a dialog method, but this time, as we agreed, we'll be just doing a cancel operation. So let me pass the false method. And finally what I need to do, I need to just observe this particular text. So let me just click cancel, and let me just come back here and get the text out of here. So you know that it is in paragraph tag. So all I would just do is that I would basically get the text of it. Let me just get the value. I think it is enclosed in paragraph tag, or else let me go by the XPath. So id equals to demo. So I think the right one got highlighted and we have only one suggestion. And then I'll have to, there is a function called text. So let's just quickly get into the documentation part. So this text again you have to equate to the value that you have been seeing here. So this text function will actually get the text of a HTML element. So you have to give the locator, so it will get the text of that particular element. So I'm just doing the very similar operation. Instead of just printing it on the console, what I'm just doing, I'm just putting an assertion, you pressed cancel here, so that if in case something is wrong, so our script should fail. So now we seem to handle the confirmation dialog as well. So let me just right click and run this as a feature file to see if we are okay with the script that we have developed so far. So it is navigating to the application URL and it will maximize the window. It is handling the simple dialog. Now it should go to the alert thing. And this time, since you don't have any delay buttons, so you haven't observed, but let me just go to the console to see what happened to the script. It got passed, but let us just put delay values so that you know that all these actions were subsequently performed. And let me just put a delay of a few seconds, by 2 seconds at least, before the browser closes, so that you can see that all things were happening in a sequential fashion. So again the browser has launched, and this time handling the simple alert, it will go to the confirmation alert and it handles, and you can see the message also passed here. So if there is a problem with the message, so our script would have literally failed on the 19th step, since we were able to successfully retrieve the text of that element. Our element has the assertion has passed, and we can also see the test case got passed. And now let's just see how to do a send keys operation. So this would be a prompt alert. So again just in order to do this thing, I'll have to consider clicking on this particular button. Let me just get the locator for it. It is basically a text box, and then I think I have alert with OK, and then yeah. So let me just write a text burst XPath. It is an anchor tag, and the text function would be this. And let me just put up a single quote, so I was able to find that. So let me do a click operation here, and then let me just do it. Yeah, so I was able to do the click operation. I think something went wrong. Let me just copy paste that again. And click is the function. So this is the locator that we have passed. And next what we have been doing is that, so I'll have to just click on this particular button. Let me just grab the text of it. So this is also in the button tag. So all I need to do is that just paste this thing, and then it is in button tag. So again I was able to get this element very quickly. And one more click operation, so this time again that particular value. So all you need to do is that just apply the click operation. And now if you see the behavior of this thing, when I click on this one, so you can see a text box present as well. So if at all I click OK or cancel, if at all I click on OK, it prints a message saying that, hey, all automation testing user, how are you today? So this automation testing user is a dynamic variable. This is actually present in this particular box. Say for example, if I have given just hello and just click on OK, you see that hello has fallen here. So in a similar fashion, so whatever the send keys that you have sent would be replaced in this message. So what I would do in the sense, I would just call the dialog method, and this time I will have to use the another overloaded method. So initially I'll accept this method, I'll accept this method, and I'll pass a value called Roger. Yeah. So this should predominantly print a message, hello Roger, how are you today? So if I just pass on Roger with the 3 exclamations, so this is the message what we should be observing. Let me just get the text of it. And if you see, this is the demo one. So let's just quickly write an XPath for it as well. ID equals to this one. So again, let's call the text function. We already know that text function takes the locator value and it helps us to match the right parameter. Let me just copy this particular thing and then just paste it here. And then let's just put a delay of 2 seconds again, just to make sure that we see the execution properly, otherwise the browser will close in the blink of an eye. So now the script has started running, and it should maximize the browser, and this time it will handle all 3 different types of alerts. Then it comes down to the OK and cancel, clicks on cancel, it verifies the message, it goes to the text box, and you see hello Roger, how are you today? So all 3 cases have been passed. So let's just understand if in case what happens when I just click on cancel. If at all I click on cancel, so nothing really happening, no message is being printed. So that time my script should literally fail. So this is it. This is all we can do with respect to alerts. So comparatively with the other existing frameworks, I mean the Selenium actions, however the concept is same due to the ready-made functions. So the operation has become very easy. So please do not think that this is a very big concept. I have just explained all 3 kinds of alerts in a same lecture, and if you see, the same kind of steps were repeated again and again. So rather we can keep those common functions as a different feature file, and we can call it when we reach to our later lectures. But please understand that we have 3 different types of alerts and what is the behavior of each alert and how to handle that. So in this lecture we have learned how to attend alerts and how to do various operations like cancel and all that. And one more implicit learning was how to get the text of a web element, because if you see, we have used text function, which is new, we haven't used so far anywhere in our lectures. So let's just quickly observe the report to see everything is green there as well, so that we can just conclude that this script went really well. So this is the path for report. So let me just go here and Control C, and if I just put it here, see, all steps are green. So there you go. So you can take screenshots as well as and when needed. Say whenever there is an alert has popped up, you can just add a screenshot function, so that what happens, it will be included in your script, and you can see whether the right pop-up has come down or not. So this is very simple, just all about adding one step. So we will just quickly see one script, because I just don't want to extend this particular video for a long time. So let me just comment all this script, because we will have to just work with only one particular script. So after clicking on that OK button, we'll have to ensure that we basically see this thing, and screenshot is the method. So you'll have to apply that screenshot. Once you apply the screenshot method, so what it does is that, so it can it takes a screenshot for you whenever there is a certain prompt or a pop-up that occurs. It will just take a screenshot and keep it in our report, so that we know we are handling the prompts very well. So there is, let me just right click and run as Cucumber feature file. This time it should take a screenshot for us. It has just navigated to the site, you see. So all actions have completed very quickly, and if I just refresh this report, this time you should see. So I think okay, so when there are alerts present, I don't think you'll be able to take a screenshot of it. So I think we have another function called full screenshot, so I think we'll have to take there. So I'll just have a continuous lecture for it, like how to add a screenshot for it. Screenshot function should work, because I know that, because in pure Selenium, whenever there is an alert present, your take screenshot method will not work. So in a similar fashion, I'll just have to research and then conclude, because we also have another method called full screenshot. So that might take the whole screenshot, so that might present. So please forgive me guys for this one. So I'll just do a conductor research and come back with your solution. So thank you so much for listening me throughout. I hope you have bagged so much of learning in this video with respect to alerts, both theoretically as well as technically. So please be practicing this one, and please support me by subscribing to this channel. So and also whenever I push a video, you know that you have something for you to learn. So thank you so much guys. You have a great rest of today.